Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, the first update actually on the accuracy stacking juggernaut. And yeah, this character is insane. It's incredible. It's fast. It does everything I want to. And yeah, we are only scratching on the surface of possibilities. And I want to bring you a small update on the items that I'm currently using, the items that I crafted, why I'm actually going for Tornado Shot right now. And yeah, I think more of that, all of that in-depth things, what I plan to do next and blah, blah, blah. I think we're going to run a map showcase here. I just think we just take any map that I have here. Well, actually, what about the Awakener spawns? You know what? We're going to run a Burial Chamber. How about that? I think we should have some Burial Chambers laying around. Actually stocking up for a Burial Chamber grinding project. So yeah, I'm currently playing a Tornado Shot, and the reason for that is that I'm thinking that we're gonna swap away from the Expo chest. I'm actually want to swap away from Frenzy. If you remember, the first video was on Frenzy. I still do actually have a Frenzy single target barrage setup. This attack is just ridiculous. But I think going Expo chest is actually not the right way to do it. I think we can get way more out of that if we just go with a Shroud of Lightless, for example. So as you see, attack speed, clearing, absolutely ridiculous. We are currently on like 50,000 accuracy, I think, and we are, as I said, just scratching on the surface of this action accuracy build, because in a perfect world you can actually get up to like over 100,000, so that will be twice as much as attack speed and like probably 20, 30, 40 times more damage than I currently have on my build. So sky's the limit. I think this build is going to be even sicker. At the moment, this is a tier 16 map on Awakener 9, so it does already clear all content, but I'm not really happy with it. Not because it sucks, I just know what kind of, like, if you would know the POV numbers that I actually calculated, it's absolutely ridiculous, and we're gonna keep on doing this build, even though it can already clear all content. Like Tornado Shot, like the last time I played Tornado Shot, I have no idea when that was. It was like quite some time ago, as you may remember. Tornado Shot got nerfed so many times already, and I think with accuracy stacking Jug, Tornado Shock is what I call it, because I'm a lightning-based build, right? Tornado Shot is back on the menu, and we can even get more additional projectiles. We can even add a lot more attack speed. Like currently, I think I do run somewhere around like 8 or 9 attacks per second, and I do know that on a certain accuracy threshold, we can actually get up to like 18 attacks per second. It is actually twice as fast as I'm currently shooting, although this version has already ridiculous amounts of attack speed. But it's just a breeze actually to play with that character, and it's going to be better at every time I'm upgrading items, and the next upgrades are going to be massive. I hope so, at least. And I think, yeah, we're gonna talk about that one a little bit later, I think. As you see, Tornado Shot, clear, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, yes, it is an Expo chest, but I think you don't really need an Expo chest. We currently have, I think, 7 projectiles with the Dying Sun up, which is like a lot of projectiles. I think my average hit is pretty low, like at the moment, because I think hitting 50,000 accuracy is really not a big of a deal, to be honest. Like, once you get all your items going with like accuracy on them, you're gonna be at 50,000 accuracy quite fast. Now it's going to be even more expensive and harder to scratch out another 25,000 accuracy, while all our gear has already accuracy. And we're gonna do this with Abyss Jewels, we're gonna do this with Essence crafted stuff, like even better crafted stuff that I currently am using. So, as I said, sky's the limit, but this is actually a ridiculous build, and I'm really looking forward on how far we can drag that. As I said, it can already clear all content. I've done like 3 or 4 Cyrus already on this build. I just don't have the footage of that one right now, because I'm still killing it with Frenzy. And I actually want to keep on doing the Tornado Shot route, because, as I said, with the Shroud of the Lightless, we're going to replace the second 6 link, so we're not going to have Frenzy anymore. So, as you see on the damage difference, this is like Tornado Shot at the moment, so it's not really big. And if I do Barrage Frenzy, it should be... Holy shit, why is this boss so tanky? Ah! Bad showcase. Awakener 9, bosses have way too much life. Oh shit. I'm not even running a life flask anymore, because I think that we have so much life gain on hit that it doesn't really matter anymore if I'm actually getting my life through a flask or not. Please, is this Metamorph as tanky as the boss? Hopefully not. actually need to hit. Okay, that's a lot better. I think we can just, like, tunnel tornado shot at one place, and we should be fine. There you go. So as you see, clear is ridiculous, it's super fast, and the scaling possibilities on a character like that is just endless. It is not endless, but it's going to be ridiculous. So where's my Doctor cards? Where's my House of Mirrors? I've seen those. Wait, a stack deck. You guys ready for the House of Mirrors? Well, that's kind of the same, actually. Like, if you turn in, like, 8 of those, and then you get a double corrupted headhunter that sells for a mirror, that will be profit, I would say. So, good. You've seen the map showcase, you've seen the current state of the art. As I said, all content possible at the moment, but we're not done yet. We're not even done closely. So, what is the current state of the art? What are the items that I'm using? Don't worry, this is skin transferred. I just thought, like, since we're going to go for abyss stacking, I'm using those, what is it they called? Skin transfers to get all the light poacher and stuff like that. So basically how that works, you just, like, have a light poacher, and you have, like, your obscurantus that I'm using, right? You just use this helmet, and it actually looks then like the one that you have skin transferred, nothing too fancy. It just... Yeah, I think it looks cool if you open up. I think even if you options, UI, hide sockets. Where was that actually? Always highlight, show socket. Like, this looks actually pretty fancy, right? But yeah, so... on the start, Obscurantis, nothing has changed. The only thing that changed was I got the Tornado Shot in chat. And the reason for that is a big shout out to my friend Atomics. He was actually running a couple of Gift of the Goddess, and he was asking me what enchants would I like to have on this helmet, because there is only a very few helmets of those enchants, because only a build like that would actually use something, a helmet like that. But I think we're gonna make this build more popular, and more people are gonna decide to enchant those helmets, and we're gonna see how much and fancy enchants are popping off. And he was actually, we were looking for the fancy enchant, but he hit the Tornado +1. I said, okay, you know what? Screw this. I'm going Tornado Shot on this one right now, because this is just, you know, really insane. So I'm having here Ice Golem, Blood Red. I think, you know, gems and stuff will change after time, okay? This is, I'm gonna post the current POB with all the gem links and stuff like that in the description below, so you can see the current state. It will change as we progress in this character, because, for example, crit strike chance. I should use a Diamond Flask in this build at the moment. After a certain amount of accuracy, we're gonna have so much critical strike chance from our Oscarm gloves that I don't need a Diamond Flask anymore. So as the build progresses, we're gonna swap out items that you have to use on a low budget side, but are unnecessary, for example, crit strike chance on the high budget side, just because of the amount of accuracy that we're going to boost into this character. So if we take a look at my write-down that I had made on the last time about the accuracy, so in the first episode, when we just running Blood Aqueduct, I think we had 21,000 accuracy, so that was a 140% increased attack speed, 210 projectile, and so on. Now we're on 51,000 accuracy, and we got like an extra 200% increased attack speed. We have like 500% increased projectile attack damage, crit strike chance, and I do think that 75,000 accuracy is reachable. Perfect, with like perfect gear, perfect cluster jewels, whatnot, you can actually reach over 100,000 accuracy, but I think somewhere between like 75,000 I think will be the sweet spot that I would be probably able to get, and this would be a total of 500% increased attack speed. So the attack speed is already ridiculous, but it's getting going to get even more insane on a certain point, right? So for the bow, this bow, like, big shout out as well, not only to Atomics for running the laps for me, bringing me the Tornado Shot enchant, and also enchanted my boots here with a 10% pen. Thank you very much for that. I hate lab, dude. You're just awesome. And another, like, 2 more big shout outs to Zero and Hexac. These 2 guys are actually, like, they contacted me after I was actually making the first video of the accuracy stacker, and they are both playing accuracy stacking as well, and we were talking like hours in Discord how to make this character better and how to perform or making this character as stupid as an aura stacker, more or less, right? And they helped me a lot with like crafting advice. We crafted gear together, and this is the bow that I actually bought off Hexac because he spent countless of hours crafting this bow already. So the thing is, this is like the main issue with crafting for accuracy gear. There is usually always multiple attack rolls on it. So on this quiver, for example, we have accuracy based on the essence, and then there is a redeemer mod with percentage global accuracy rating, right? and then we want to have like +1 arrow as well from a shaper base, for example, right? The thing is, all of those mods are attack modifiers, so you cannot like harvest craft cheeses like this, the bow over here, right? So we have attack mod on the socketed more attack. We have an attack mod on the lightning damage. We have an attack mod on the accuracy rating. We have an attack mod on the like damage per accuracy, and we have an attack mod on attack speed. So crafting items like this, I think once this bow is actually finished, I think that's actually mirror tier bow, because it's just hard to craft. The way Hexek crafted it was having an just the Shaper Elder base, right? Then he out-spammed the socketed more attack damage. This is not anymore something related to fossil crafting that it used to be. This is now actually a Shaper stat. So we have here out spamming for more attack damage, right? You clean up the base, so you only have this mod, so you either like imprint and null until you only have the magic base with the attack mod. Next, what you do, you imprint and then you augment influence. So you have a magic base, prefix, suffix. The prefix is the socketed more, the suffix should be the projectile attack damage. So you can actually just imprint, augment influence. Did you hit it? No. Get back, imprint again, augment influence, and you keep on doing this until you hit accuracy. And after that, then you have a magic base with the socketed more attack and the projectile attack damage. And what you do then is you imprint and you regal, and you hope to hit T1 accuracy on top of that, because you cannot like harvest craft add remove attack, because you can either like there's 5 mods on this bow and all 5 are attack modifiers. You cannot like cheese some items like that, right? It's ridiculously stupid to craft. Another friend of mine said there is an easier way to craft this. You would go for alt spam, or at least like, I think more attack damage, and then you would fill up your prefixes, and then you aug influence and add remove influence while locking your prefixes until you hit that, and then you block the prefixes or something, no suffix, and you attack. Like, this is some rocket science, okay? This is like some very in-depth harvest crafting material, and this bow at the moment, the only thing we need to do is add remove lightning for the T1 and add remove speed for the T1, attack speed as well, and then this bow, after it got divided, I think that's actually mirror worthy stuff. Once I can like prove and make it public that this build might be able to be the next meta breaker, because we always ran 100% Delirious on the current gear. And oh boy, get a Headhunter on this build, plug and play. You know, I don't lose anything while unequipping the Stygian. I just lose a bunch of accuracy, but I just pop in the Headhunter and we're good to go and just run a full Delirious. And it's absolutely ridiculous. So, but more of that showcase once we progress into the character, you know, and get better gear and stuff like that. So that's for the bow. Links, as I said, in the description. For the chest, I choose to go with an Explo Curse chest for now, because the first intention was to stick with Frenzy. Frenzy for a clearing setup, Frenzy for a single target with a barrage setup, at the way I used it in the start, right? But after getting the Tornado Shot enchant, I'm running now Tornado Shot for the clear, and I think at a certain point of accuracy, you don't need a single target barrage setup anymore. You can just like go to bosses, pop your flask, and just freaking delete them with Tornado Shot. And that opens up the option to use a replica Shroud of the Lightless. This is this chest over here with 6 Abyss sockets, which is more accuracy, more life, more everything, and this will boost our damage to the roof once I have found a bunch of good Abyss jewels. And that also means we have 1 less 6-link, but as I said, Tornado Shot should be viable as a single target skill as well. With Frenzy, I would definitely, in one hand, you want to have Frenzy, Chain, GMP for the clearing, and then you also want to have an Expo chest, because it's still Frenzy. Frenzy is actually a shit skill, you know, but it has insane scaling, way better than Tornado Shot will ever get, right? But you want to have an Expo chest, you want to have a single target setup, and you want to have an AoE setup. But now going with the replica, I think Tornado Shot is actually the right call because of the clearing and the single target possibilities. So that's something from the past then. The only problem is, it's hard to get resistance on this build. I actually had to use those resistance mods over here the resistance mods, here the resistance mods, and also get triple resistance on the chest. So going with the replica now, yeah, I'm already not res capped anymore, so I think we have to use a bunch of Abyss jewels to get res cap, which sucks, you know, it sucks. It is accuracy that's missing, right? But I think that's probably the only way to do it. It would still be better than using a 6-link chest on this regard. Good, for the gloves, we're still using the Oscar gloves, and I see, why are they not skin transferred? There's my Tomb Fists. So, we're gonna pop this over here, we're gonna fix that real quick. I actually didn't even see that. So, skin transfer over here. There you go. Now we're back to full abyss. PogChamp. So I choose to go with a base crit for now. On a certain level of accuracy, I think I'm going to swap out to 1 max frenzy charge, so it's going to be more damage. The belt, still a Stygian, a Dark Titan Throne. The boots are the next one I want to talk about. It's the Storm Rider boots. We have the 1 to 6 added lightning damage per 200 accuracy. This is actually scaling our flat damage. I have a double Maven Orb, one with effect of Tailwind and Elusive, and at the moment I'm just trying to add remove life, add remove fire and lightning and speed to actually make them perfect, and then just divine it up. I don't think they are mirror worthy stuff because everybody can do that, but I think the bow will be at a certain point, and even the quiver maybe at some point, because at the moment I'm running a quiver with accuracy, percent accuracy, life, ally damage with attacks, and that's pretty much it at the moment. The way I want to have it is this one over here. I want to have a 2-point. This is the increased accuracy rating quiver. I want to have life, ally damage with attacks. I want to have 1 additional arrow because tornado shot, it's a lot more damage. Accuracy, accuracy, crit multi. And there's again 3 attack modifiers, same as on the bow. It's going to be shitty to craft. The way I think I'm going to craft this, I'm going to try to get a Shaper Redeemer base to start it off. Then I would essence spam until I hit the accuracy mod, and then I would like craft any like suffix, and then I would like harvest craft, reforge prefix, keep suffix, and I would do this as long as I hit ally, either ally damage or +1 arrow. I think I would be more happy with the arrow actually. If you want to go with wet, you actually have to essence spam the T1 ally damage with attacks, because this is an influence modifier, this is an influence modifier, so you can work with like block prefix, remove add influence. This quiver will be super expensive and hard and long term crafting. I think once this is done, it might actually be mirror worthy, I don't know. But yeah. Then for the rings, I choose to go with Opal rings for now, with Shaper or Crusader influence, because we want to have, actually Hunter influence, we want to have life gain on hit for each enemy hit by your attacks. The reason for that is, you can go Leech, obviously, right? But with that amount of attack speed, and as I said again, we are only at half of the attack speed that we can actually get. We have so many hits and so many projectiles hitting that the life gain on hit is like a form of instant heal, more or less, which will be better and way better than, Life Leech, for example, or other sources. On this attack speed, I think life gain on hit is going to be the call, and I want to have like accuracy on it. I want to have lightning damage to attacks, maybe even minus mana cost on both rings and the amulet, and I'm still running the Hindikoras here because I haven't started crafting the rare amulet yet. So there is so much more things to do, it's going to be insane at some part. I think the next part that I'm working on at the moment is adding in the replica Shroud of the Lightless, selling off the expo chest, then trying to get all the Abyss Jewels, trying to get like Rest Cap with the Abyss Jewels, and then I would like to try to get the rare amulet, have minus 10 mana cost on my 2 rings, plus minus 10 on the rare amulet, plus maybe a replica Conqueror's efficiency for minus 9 cost, so my tornado shot that costs exactly 39 will be for free, right? And once tornado shot is for free, I can remove blood magic and I can actually use Wrath, War Banner, Precision, all the auras, and then I can revamp the tree. And I would like to add a large cluster jewel over here with some accuracy, attack speed modifiers, and then add 2 of the split personalities with strength and accuracy on there, and then keep on going with the Abyss Jewels. Like every single item, I need to finish the bow and the boots, and then I actually need to start crafting the quiver, the amulet, the rings, and so on. It's just such an in-depth build. I'm looking so forward to just get more currency, and just try to make this as the next stupidest thing next to Aura Stacker and any other like super insane builds. And I hope we can get it to a state where we can actually farm 100% Delirious maps with ease on this build. And yeah. As I said, this is the current state. Path of building link from this is in the description below. Now I'm off farming more harvest. I'm actually setting up my harvest farm over here on the left side on Heroic Hamlet with Sana modifiers. And we're gonna try to finish the boat today, maybe even finish... like, it's random, you know? Like, you can farm an entire day and not get anything done, or you're lucky with your craft and just be able to finish 2 or 3 items at the same time. But oh boy, this build, I fucking love it. I can definitely recommend trying something like that. Because, I mean, that attack speed and knowing it's going to be twice as good at some point, it's just going to be quite insane. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.